Hey, I'm Paddy. On today's episode of Lyric Analysis, we're going to be analysing the lyrics to One by Metallica. Now, Metallica usually tackles subject matters of war, hardship, and drugs. But today, we're going to be talking about war. Now, the first few seconds of One is of gunfire, gunshots from a battlefield. This tells the audience that this song is about to be about war. Now, the first few lyrics are,
I can't remember anything, can't tell if this is true or a dream. Deep down inside I feel the scream, this terrible silence stops in there.
now when the soldier says, I can't remember anything, he could imply that he has been knocked out. Maybe he was in a coma. Or maybe he just woke up and couldn't remember anything. The next lyric is, I can't tell if this is true or dream. Maybe he's knocked out of reality. Maybe he really can't tell if the life that he's living in this battle zone, is a nightmare, or if it is reality. Next lyric is, deep down inside I feel the scream. Now this could be talking about his emotions. He's scared, he's afraid. Afraid of what will happen in war. Will he die? Will he survive but only come back with a couple of limbs? And then the last few lyrics of this is, this terrible silence stops me. Maybe he's deaf. He can't hear anything. Maybe he's even dead. The next few lyrics are,
Now that the war is through with me, I'm waking up, I cannot see that there's not much left of me. Nothing is real but pain now.
now that the war is through with me. As I said, maybe he was in a coma. Maybe he had an infection in his body. Now the next few lyrics are, I'm waking up, I cannot see. So this implies that the soldier's blind. Then he says that there's not much left in me. Now when he says, now there's not much left in me, it could mean that there is no purpose to his life anymore. He's being used like a toy. He's being used like a tool in the war. Then he says, nothing is real but pain now. So all he's feeling now is pain. And that's all he's feeling. Then in the chorus it says,
Hold my breath as I wish for death. Oh please God, wake me.
hold my breath as I wish for death. Oh please God, help me. This implies that he's trying to commit suicide. He's trying to kill himself. And so by doing that, he's trying to hold his breath in. And then he says, please God, wake me. Which means that he wants God to take him into heaven. Then in the next verse, he says,
Back in the womb it's much too real. It pumps life that I must feel, but can't look forward to reveal. Look to the time when I live.
back in the womb it's much too real. In pumps life that I must feel, but can't look forward to reveal. Look to the time when I'll live. So when he says back in the womb it's much too real, he's talking about how in his mother's womb, that's when he was most lively. There was no corruption, it was pure. Then he says, in pumps life that I must feel. Through the umbilical cord comes food, nutrients. In pumps life that he feels, he eats it. He digests it. That's his life. And he feels that because it's so pure. But can't look forward to reveal. Obviously he's still a baby. He doesn't know what his future upholds. Maybe it's a life of fame, fortune. Or maybe he's been used as a toy in the war. Maybe he's been used as a soldier to battle out political correctness, maybe corruption, and then obviously look to the time when I'll live, which is he can't see when, when he lives. Like he can't tell what his life upholds. Then it goes on to say,
Head to the tube that sticks in me, just like a wartime novelty, tied to machines that make me be. Cut this life off from me.
fed through the tube that sticks with me. That means that he's been put on maybe an IV. The tubes that stick into his body. Maybe he's incapacitated, maybe he's hurt brutally, badly, fatally even, and he's obviously in hospital, just like a wartime novelty. So then he goes on to say, tied to machines that made me be. So the machines give him life, and it's what keeps him together. And if you took away those machines, he'll most likely die. He can't live without them. He's dependent on them. Eventually he says, cut this life off from me, which means that he doesn't want to live this lifestyle because he's been tied to these machines and he just wants to live normally. And then the chorus obviously goes, hold my breath as I wish for death, please God help me, or please God wake me. Now he says,
now the world is gone, I'm just one. Oh God help me, hold my breath as I wish for death. Oh please God help me.
now the world is gone, I'm just one. Oh God help me. So it seems as if the rest of the world has disappeared. He's been taken out of reality, and he's just by himself. He's independent. He's a lone fighter. Now he says, hold my breath as I wish for death, oh please God wake me. So oh please God help me. And as I said before, he wants to die. Now we're moving on. After the solo, we have this heavy bit of the song.
Darkness imprisoning me, all that I see, absolute horror. I cannot live, I cannot die, trapped in myself, body my only cell.
So we'll break this down. So darkness imprisoning me. So he's being surrounded by darkness. That's implying that this man is blind. He can't see anything. And even metaphorically, the darkness, the brutality of warfare has gotten to him. So it imprisons him, imprisoning me. Then he says, all that I see, absolute horror. Self-explanatory. The horror of warfare, of his friends dying, has gotten into him. I cannot live, I cannot die, which implies he's brutally hurt, but he doesn't want to die. And it says, trapped in myself. He seems bound to these machines. And it says, body my holding cell. He can't escape the nightmare that he is in. His body is his holding cell. And then he says,
Landmine has taken my sight, taken my speech, taken my hearing, taken my arms, taken my legs, taken my soul, left me with life in hell.
landmine has taken my sight, so he's blind. Taken my speech, so he can't speak. This landmine has made him blind, rendered him blind, destroyed his vocal cords. Taken my hearing, so he's obviously deaf from the explosion. Taken my arms, blown off his arms. Taken my legs, blown off his legs. Taken my soul. He doesn't have a life anymore. He's soulless. He's been blown. He doesn't have any arms. He doesn't have any legs. He's blind. He can't hear. And he can't speak. Left me with life in hell. So it feels as if he's been trapped in hell. So, just to recap. The song One by Metallica is about a soldier who's been blown up by a landmine. He doesn't have any arms, legs, eyes, mouth, well, he arms, legs, eyes, his vocal cords are ruptured, and he's deaf. That's one by Metallica. And yeah, a link to the video will be in the description below. You know, and you should check it out. One by Metallica from the Injustice for All album, or the Injustice album, not Injustice for All, the Injustice album. Good album. Should get it. See you next time.